vision, I saw the kotel, the ancient limestone wall still standing on the western side of the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. I could see the outline of its huge stone so clearly in the bright sunlight, even the green fronds that grew defiantly from between its crevices. One single man, dressed in black and white, stood at the wall with his head pressed into the cream stone, weeping and praying. Then I saw deep underground, a hidden passage carved into the heart of the bedrock of ancient Jerusalem. The passage was lit softly by oil lamps attached to brackets on the stone walls. I heard the tinkling of bells and saw the high priest walking down the passage. He wore his priestly robe, the lower hem of which was fringed with small gold bells and pomegranate-shaped tassels in blue, purple, and scarlet. To this day, devout Jews believe the divine presence of God, his Shekinah glory, rests upon the kotel and will never leave it. Indeed, when I personally visited the kotel and pressed my head against its stones and laid my hands upon it, the power and presence of God overwhelmed me, and all I could do was weep and intercede, much of it inexpressible, but knowing God sees the heart and he hears the inexpressible prayers. Peter says in 1 Peter 2:9 that we are called out of darkness and into his light as a royal priesthood to manifest his praises. We've been made a kingdom and priests unto our God. Revelation 1:6, a holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God by Jesus Christ. 1 Peter 2:5, I heard the Lord say, there is a new day dawning. Straight after this, I had another vision that seemed completely unrelated to the first. I saw Rachel in her tent. She was hiding the teraphim or idol she had stolen from her father Laban's house. Unknown to Jacob, she hid them in the bags of her camel's saddle and sat down, spreading her skirt over it. Genesis 31:34. I heard the Lord say, there is nothing hidden that will not be revealed. There is nothing kept secret that will not come to light. Luke 8:17. All scriptural mysteries shall be revealed. Many of these mysteries pertain to end times and the second coming of our King, but they also pertain to the secrets of our heart, for the idols of the heart shall also be exposed. Yes, indeed, there is a new day dawning, a day when all that is hidden shall be revealed, and all that is unseen shall be made visible. God's presence shall be made manifest on the earth, and every eye shall see him. Just as the man was pressing his head into the stones of the wall, we are also to press into his presence. Jesus is the chief cornerstone, and we are to press into him in focused prayer and intercession, partnering with Jesus, our high priest, in his ministry of intercession. The Jewish man and the stones of the kotel itself symbolizes the prevailing and overcoming endurance of God's people against all odds, enduring worship, enduring prayer, enduring devotion, withstanding centuries of affliction, persecution, violence, hatred, and genocide. God's people and his eternal presence cannot be destroyed by any natural or supernatural force. I believe the Lord is saying this is a time to persevere in prayer and intercession, to press into his presence so that our hearts, minds, and prayers come into agreement and alignment with his and heaven's. It is always darkest before the dawn. There is a new day dawning, and there is a great sense of having to bear down and push through, like the travailing of a woman very near the birthing of her baby. The head has crowned, and the pressure is great, and we must endure, persevere, and push into the Lord to push through. The new day shall soon dawn, and in that new day we are to rule and reign upon the earth as his royal holy priests. But beloved, I believe the Lord is also saying that we are not yet ready to fully put on the priestly garments and come into his holy presence to serve him in this new day. In biblical times, there was much preparation, ritual washing and cleansing so that the priest could don the robes of his calling and minister in the temple. Through the vision of Rachel, the Lord is highlighting our need to cleanse ourselves from idols of the heart, those things that are hidden and secret and affect our relationship with the Lord, separating us from the fullness of his purposes. The idols of our heart are stumbling blocks to ourselves and others. Then certain of the elders of Israel came to me and sat before me, and the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, these men have set up their idols in their heart, and put the stumbling block of their iniquity before their face. Should I be inquired of at all by them? Therefore speak to them and say to them, Thus says Adonai the Lord, every man of the house of Israel who sets up his idols in his heart and puts the stumbling block of his iniquity before his face and comes to the prophet, I am, the Lord will answer him who comes according to the multitude of his idols, so I can take the house of Israel in their own heart, because they are all estranged from me through their idols. Ezekiel 14, 1-5. Idolatry is sin, and so is any idol we set up in our hearts. These idols may be hidden from those around us, but they cannot be hidden from the Lord. I am the Lord who searches the heart, who tests the inner depths to give to each person according to what he deserves, according to the fruit of his deeds. Jeremiah 17:10, International Standard Version. We are the temple of the Holy Spirit, and our hearts are his rightful throne. We must rid our hearts of anything that takes our focus away from the Lord and his kingdom purposes. His worship demands the greatest purity of heart and holiness of living. There can be many idols of the heart. The very first, the root idol from which all idols flow, is self and self-worship, as expressed in pride. Pride is the worship of oneself, one's ways, ideas, and decisions. It is reliance on oneself and not upon God. Paul says that idolatry isn't just one sin among many, but idolatry is at the fundamental core with what is wrong with the human heart. Romans 1:21 and 25. Idols of the heart do not refer to man-made images, icons, or statues of false gods. Idols of the heart divide devotion. If it consumes our time, focus, desire, affections, and money and takes priority over the Lord, then it is idolatry. How distracted are we by sports or social groups, television, mobile phones, social media and computers, cars, shopping, fashion, and worldly pursuits? Do we place our own needs, wants, and plans ahead of the Lord's? Do we make rules, regulations, and man-made traditions more important than the Lord's commandments, which are all about covenant relationship, not legalism? Do we put our children or spouses before God, or careers, business, or ministry? The greatest commandment says that our relationship with God is to be a total 100% heart, soul, mind, and strength surrender. There are deeper idols of the heart. The need for approval by others or self-justification is an idol. The desire for power and influence or control is an idol. The need to have others need you and dependent upon you is an idol of the heart. The need to have someone else there to protect you and keep you safe is dependence idolatry. The desire to be free from obligation and responsibility is independence idolatry. If you need to be recognized for your accomplishments, that is achievement idolatry. We need to discern our idols so that we are not under their delusional influence. Idols are not always easy to recognize. Our emotional responses can sometimes be an indicator of what's going on deep within our hearts. What do we habitually think about to get joy and comfort in the privacy of our hearts? What occupies our minds when we have nothing else to think about? What are the scenarios we build in our imaginations? Test our heart's true love by looking at how we spend our money. Where your treasure is, there is your heart also. Matthew 6:21. Our money will flow most effortlessly toward our heart's greatest love. The mark of an idol is that we spend too much money on it. Another way to discern our idols is looking at how we respond to unanswered prayer and frustrated hopes. If we can pick ourselves up and go on, then these things are not our functional masters. But if we respond with explosive anger or deep despair, then we have found our real God. We can look at our most uncontrollable emotions and most painful emotions. It may be anger, fear, or guilt. Pull up these strong reactive emotions by the roots, and we'll see what idols of the heart are attached to them. How do we rid ourselves of the idols of our heart? If therefore you were raised together with the Messiah, you are seeking the higher things, when the Messiah is seated at the right hand of God. You must continually have in mind the higher things, not the things upon the earth. You have died, and your life has been hidden with the Messiah in God. When the Messiah would be revealed, the one who is your life, then also you will be revealed with him in glory. Therefore you must right now put to death the earthly parts, which are immorality, uncleanness, passion, evil desires, and covetousness, which is idol worship. Colossians 3, 1-5, One New Man Bible. Jesus must become more beautiful to our imaginations, more desirable to our hearts, so that he is the focus of our longing, the consumer of our thoughts and time, and the one that we serve as Lord of all. The heart of Jerusalem is the holy temple, where in days of old the Shekinah and Kabod glory of God dwelt. If the temple and all its vessels and implements, servants and priests had to be cleansed, purified, sanctified, and set apart for God's dedicated service, how much more our hearts, his throne upon the earth, and our bodies, the temple of his Spirit, needs to be purified, set apart, dedicated, and wholly his. He desires to find a resting place in us, so he may dwell in all his fullness. As we press into his presence and yield our hearts to him, allow him to search the deepest parts and expose the idols of our heart. Ask him to reveal the secret and hidden things, that we may put on the robes of our priestly calling and walk holy as he is holy into the new day that is dawning. Heavenly Father, thank you that there is a new day dawning. Prepare me, Father, for this new day. Help me to press into your presence and to persevere in prayer and intercession. Lead me by your Spirit so that my prayers are in agreement with yours. Lord, search me and expose the deep things that are hidden in my heart. Reveal any idol I have elevated upon the high places of my heart. Lord, I cast down everything that has divided my heart and has prevented me from wholly loving you. Lord, take your rightful place and be enthroned in my heart. Help me, Lord, to love you, worship you, and live for you with all my heart, all my mind, and all my strength, that I may walk holy as you are holy, and that I may serve in my priestly calling. In Jesus' name, amen.